Good morning, YouTube! What is up? Today we're doing the daily puzzle for September 15th, 2018. Can't believe it's already the middle of September, and the year is almost ending. It's crazy. Alright, so here we have white to move, and we have a queen on h6, which is interesting square for our queen, especially since we have a pawn on f6, and this duo can form, this duo can form kind of a checkmate scenario on a g7. However, there's this queen on f8 to block, and what do we do about that? Well, we certainly have to try maybe capturing this queen, maybe distracting the queen, maybe moving this knight somewhere. I still find it cool that there's a pawn on f6 and a knight on d5, especially since we can play knight e7. And this check, what it does is it forks the knight and it forks the king. Now, it's not really a fork because one of the pieces that we're attacking, the knight, can capture back, right? However, if the knight captures back, we simply take the knight and lose our queen. No, I'm just joking. We do not want to lose our queen, so we have to be careful. But knight e7 looks like it's going on the right track. After knight takes e7, we can play queen takes f8. If rook takes f8, then probably pawn takes knight. And let's see. Well, okay, hold on. We're going pretty deep. Hold on. So knight e7, knight takes e7, queen takes f8, rook takes f8, f takes e7, right? Attacking the rook, and also, if you went that deep into calculation, this bishop would be attacking this bishop. As both knights would be traded off the board, this bishop would be attacking this bishop, and this pawn would be on e7 attacking a rook, and ready to promote. So, I guess the only move after f takes e7 would be to go to e8, rook e8, and then we can simply win a bishop. So I hope you follow along. That was a pretty long variation. There are lots of pieces captured. So if you followed along, good for you. But here I am to play it out. Knight e7, knight takes e7, queen takes queen, rook takes queen, pawn takes e7, rook e8, and bishop takes bishop. So we win a bishop ahead. Notice if knight e7 and the king moves, we can simply trade queens and then win a knight here, as it is a fork. If knight takes, then we take with the queen. But notice, if we take that queen and king takes, then we can probably play pawn takes with check. And so I think we're really close to promotion. Yeah, so the king took here. So this is a really nice line. I think the move is taking the knight. I mean, playing bishop takes bishop rook allows for a rook takes bishop back, and it also defends that knight. So it kind of hinders our chances of promotion. We don't want that. So I think the move is check. Keep the pawn pushes going. And here, what do we do? Let's see. Can we maybe think of ideas where we play well, I was thinking bishop e2 and bishop e5, but I'm not too confident about that, as bishop e2 kind of blocks the connection between the rook and the pawn, so I don't think that is it. We also notice that we can't really move this bishop on the diagonal because there's another bishop, right? Maybe we can trade, and then... Oh, I've seen this before. So we trade, and then we distract this king by taking this pawn. So we take the pawn, and if the king doesn't take, or let's say rook takes pawn and the king takes. If the king takes this rook that is on f7 right now, the pawn simply pushes up and promotes to a queen. If the king doesn't take, then we push this rook up and go to f8. The king has to squeeze out to d7, and then we would push the pawn to e8 and promote. So rook takes f7 does the job. Let's see. So if king takes, then promotion. And if any other move, like let's say rook g4, let's say, random move like okay, rook d7 wouldn't be the brightest move because of that one move, rook f8 checkmate. But let's say something like rook c7 was played, then white could play rook f8, and the king would be forced to go to d7, and after that, white could promote. And this looks like it's a complete loss. Queen e6 checkmate. Yeah, so white is completely crushing here in this position. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the daily puzzle. It's pretty nice. So we traded the knights, traded the queens, traded the knights finally, and then we traded the bishops, and then we won the extra pawn. But notice that pawn is just one step closer to finalizing that checkmate. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.